Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants. Some people say that, it's just like a boring, some people say it's just childish, it's just childish humor with mature adults. And other people can say that these books, are funny. And what do I say? I say the books, they're not like the best books to read, but they really are entertaining. So whenever you're bored and you really don't feel like doing anything else, you can just read these books and, have some fun. Now, I am smart. So basically, I say that the books are dumb. I'm just joking. I like the books. I like the Captain Underpants books, like much to my parents' dismay. I like the movies, much to my parents' dismay. And I like the show, much to my parents' dismay. My parents really hate Captain Underpants. Yeah, probably because it's about a superhero with his underwear. Yeah, I know. But remember, there's much worse things than a guy in his underwear. All right, cool. All right, let's start the collection off with the first book. Yeah, I remember when I was a little kid, I first discovered Captain Underpants. I thought it was like immature and like not really fun. But then when like the film was being announced, I saw the trailer and I was really excited for it. And that's when I really got my Captain Underpants craze. I did like the first book because it wasn't in color, but now I got the first book and it's in full color. And I thought that they changed the art style because I hated the art style of the first 3 books. And then I thought this was going to be the art style for throughout the rest of the book. But no, it turns out it's the original art style. And I don't like it. I'm sorry. I love Captain Underpants and all, but like I just can't handle the old art style from like the first, second, and third book. I just don't like it. All right, next up we got Captain Underpants in Spanish. Las aventuras del Capitán Calzoncillos. They have a cussy cuss word in here. Look, desmadre robotil. Ugh. They say a bad word in here, and not robotil. It's the other one. And then next up we got something that is like only available in I got this at like a Target. It's Captain Underpants, like the normal book, but when you flip it, look at that. You get the Captain Underpants in a Perilous Plot Professor Poopy Pants. This is actually my cousin's, but like I asked if I could have it, and he said, yeah, why not? I don't read it anyway. So yeah, really like this. Yeah, really like the fourth one. I like how in the fourth one they changed the art style a bit. I still have my problems with it, but I still enjoy it over like the first 3 books. Now, if you're wondering, have you actually read the second book and the third book, even though you have them? Well, I've only read all the books except for the one after Tippy Tinkle Trousers, like the one where they go to like the dinosaur period, and I haven't read the Sensational Saga of Sir Stinks a lot. Those are the only 2 books that I haven't read from the Captain Underpants series. All right, next up we got let's see. All right, we got Captain Underpants in the Big Bad Battle of the Bionic Booger Boy. Now this is where I actually enjoy the new art style. Like, look at it. Like, look at Mr. Crop. He looks better, in my opinion. Like, I love it. I love the new art style. And then we got Captain Underpants in the... Yeah, I dropped the book, sorry. Big Bad Battle of the Bionic Booger Boy. Yeah, I like this book. I like this book too. It was like the second book I read from this series. And I really liked it. I also like the Preposterous Plight of the Purple Potty People. I love that book. I think it's like my second favorite book of the series. And next up, my favorite book in the Captain Underpants series, we got Captain Underpants in the Terrifying Return of Tippy Tinkle Trousers. Yeah, I love this book. It's very nostalgic to me. I remember reading it in like 3rd grade and loving this book so much. Like every single time I went to like the school library and wanted to read it again, it would always not be in the shelf. All right, next up. Yeah, I absolutely destroyed the front cover of it and the spine as well. But like, it's Captain Underpants and the revolting retaliation of the Turbo Toilet 2000, but in Spanish. Yeah, this is my third. The Return of the Turbo Toilet 2000 is my like third favorite. It's like my third favorite book in the entire franchise. All right, next up is Dogman. I had this first and second Dogman book, but they belong to my sister, and she can get really protective of them. So she'd get really mad if I even like touched it without her permission. So yeah, Dogman 1 and 2. When I first read Dogman, I liked it, but I didn't thought it was gonna be a good start. Dogman 2 then came out, and I was like, okay, this is better than the first one. And then I read Tale of Two Kitties, which I bought at a book fair. And let me guess, I was happy with my purchase back then. But then when I read the book, I just hated Little Petey. I do not like Little Petey, all right? Like the third book, I do not like him at all. You're like, oh, but he's adorable. No, just because he's adorable doesn't excuse the fact that he's an annoying as hell character, and I hate him. Dogman and Cat Kid, really like the premise of the book. This really let me down. Like Dogman and Cat Kid. I thought that in A Tale of Two Kitties, look. They announced that they were gonna make the next book into, Dogman solving a kidnapped actress. But in this one, she doesn't get kidnapped. All she does is get tied in a rope for like 2 pages, and that's it. That's not kidnapping. I was really excited for this. But no, it turns out that it let me down. All right, it let me down. It's not a bad book, but it let me down. All right, Lord of the Fleas. The only Dogman book I actually enjoyed thoroughly. Yeah, I love if you're wondering why it's so rugged, is because when I was in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade, I used this book as a surface to draw on. So I did the desks, when I draw on them, they were really, really rough, and the drawings didn't look right. So I used this as to draw plain and smooth, and I destroyed the front cover of the book. But yeah, anyways, I love the introduction of Piggy, Crunky, and Bub. I like those 3 characters. Little Petey, I just can't handle him in this book. From this point onwards, Little Petey is my least favorite character in the entire Dogman franchise. I hate him. Alright, Brawl of the Wild. I actually liked it. But still, Little Petey's annoying, and I really like the inclusion of claymation in this film. It was really funny and tweaky, and it tweaked a little bit in the franchise, so I liked it. All right, For Whom the Ball Rolls. I do not like this book at all. Dogman is really, really not a good series for me. I have no deep regards for Dogman. After Fetch 22, I was done with Dogman. I could not handle this series. I'm really sorry, but For Whom the Ball Rolls. Little Petey. Little Petey's not annoying in this book, but I still don't like him. And the whole joke around this book is oh, look at that, it's Dr. Scum, except we're gonna pretend that we haven't seen it last time, and that's the whole joke of the book, and it's annoying, and it's annoying, and I didn't like it at all. He's I'm not new. I know he's supposed to be the antagonist of the book, but let the guy catch a break, all right? Stop pretending that you ignore him, which you don't, which you're not pretending, but they still do, and it's annoying, and it's riveting me, and I hate it. Fetch 22. All right, this one, I just can't say anything about this book. I really can't. I like the Fair Fairy, but Molly introduced in this book is just a second Little Petey. Little Petey does annoying jokes, is annoying, and is impatient, just like me. I'm impatient with an impatient character in this book. Molly comes along, and she's a less annoying version of him, but I still can't support her. She's oh, hey, Wally, my name's not Wally. Oh, I know, I just like calling you Wally. I hate him. I hate her so much. At this point, Dogman, no. Doesn't hit as hard as Captain Underpants. No amount of advertisement for the next Dogman book is going to get me excited, because I just got, playing dead with the franchise. Alright. Time for the final book. This is just a collection of the books from the Netflix series, which I actually like. Yeah. Every single time I heard like a Captain Underpants fan every single time a Captain Underpants fan says something about the show, they say it's not as good as the movie, nor like not great. But let me tell you something. The show is hilarious. It's like a kid version of Family Guy, except they actually have good jokes. Like Seth MacFarlane wishes he was on on the same like writing level as the people in the show. It's funny, and it's really great. You guys should watch it. I watch it when I'm bored, and it's amazing, and it's really funny as well. Melvin Sneedley is the best character in the entire show. Fight me. So yeah, this book, I wasn't happy with my purchase whenever I bought it. I really didn't know what I was doing. Like my mom took me to Target to spend $30, and all I did was spend it on the Dr. Octopus Marvel Legends, what was it called? Like Superior Octopus Spider-Man set, and the Gamerverse Spider-Man PS4 figures, you know, the one with the titanium armor and the Blitz suit, and this book as well. I didn't know why I bought it. It just had Captain Underpants in it. I thought it was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know why I bought this book. I shouldn't have it. So yeah, my collection of Captain Underpants books. My parents hate it. My parents hate that I own these books, but I honestly don't give a crap. So at the end of the day, what I have to say about Captain Underpants? I'm saying that Captain Underpants is a franchise that I love with all my heart, but Dogman can go die in a hole. The new show, I love it. Captain Underpants is in space. Doesn't hit hard. Doesn't hit as hard as the show. And also, Netflix, where is the next season of the show? You guys have been saying that it's going to come out July of last year, but now I don't see it anywhere. I don't see it. So anyways, yeah, that was my collection. That was it. So yeah, do you like Captain Underpants or not? Keep it to yourself and put it in the comments. I don't know. I don't care.